Yes. Hello. Yes, those who are here. Okay, unmute those who are here and please answer. Yes, Agniva, you are telling something. Do tell me. What have you done in English last semester? Yes, Tamali, tell me. Who can tell me what have you done last semester in the 5th semester?
Some prepositions, articles, then tenses.
Okay. So you have done all those things? Okay. And subject-verb agreement, pronoun error, you have done all those?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you done vocabulary practice?
No, ma'am.
You have not done much of vocabulary? Okay. So grammar you have done and vocabulary you have not done. Okay. So this semester is going to be a little more regular and a little tougher also in that respect. So I will just give you a brief idea of what is expected of you and what you can expect in these classes. Since grammar you have done a lot, we will do a grammar revision today. Okay. I was just waiting to hear what all you have done. So since you have done grammar, we will have a quick grammar revision class. I will give you I'll share one exercise with you and you will solve it. Okay, part by part, and we will discuss. I will not do it as polls. I will do it as a regular exercise like you would in class because you have already done a bit of grammar. Okay. So that we will do. And also what we will do is we will have vocabulary since you have not done. Okay. I will share the vocabulary PDFs with you. And what you will do is, or we can do it as polls in the class. What you will do is you will solve it and we will discuss it in the next class. And this semester you will have jumbled paragraphs, critical reasoning, reading comprehension, as also PI questions, discussions, group discussion, the different things that are expected of you in group discussions. The different types of topics will be discussed, and sometimes we will also have an impromptu group discussion in class. Have you done any group discussions last semester? Have you done any group discussions? Yes.
Yes,
No, ma'am,
ma'am.
not yet.
Okay, some have done, some have not done. Okay, so please be more regular this semester. Okay, and we will also discuss PI questions. Okay, so what you have to do is be regular to class. Otherwise, if you see only one class per week in English, and if you miss it, you will miss out quite a lot. And obviously, as you can see, number of classes being restricted, you will not have access to these things later on. Okay, so please ensure that you are present for your classes. Okay, all of you. Do you have any questions or anything to ask of me? Does anyone have? Okay, all right. So with these number of participants, let me tell you that I'm going to share one exercise with you. It is a grammar practice set. Okay, and I will do it like it is a class. Okay, so I will not do it in polls. I will do it as it is in a class so that you solve it on your own. Okay, 5 minutes I will give you. And then what you will do is I will discuss, because I will not do it as polls, because I will discuss the grammar aspects with you as we progress. Okay, all right. So I'll just share it now. Please wait for a minute. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, what has happened is I could not send it on chat. I don't know why it is not going in the sharing also. So what I've done is I've sent it in the Telegram group, in your group. All of you are there? Are all of you there in the group, in the Telegram group?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I've sent it in the Telegram group as PDF. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So what you do is you open that. Got it? All of you opened it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Now, since you have done grammar, yes, yes, my girl. Yes, any questions you have? Do you have any questions? Anything you see, please respond. Okay, so many of you and some people do have to respond. Otherwise, English classes cannot go on mechanically. Okay, it is not technical. Where I'll just teach programming. Okay. Okay. So please do respond when I ask you. At least one, two of you take the lead in answering my questions. Okay. All right. So since you have done grammar, here you have grammar practice. So I'm giving you 5 minutes to do the first 10 questions. The question one, mark the part that has an error. If there is no error, mark D. So question 1 to 10, 5 minutes for 10 questions. Okay? So begin now and then we shall discuss. I will discuss it along with the rules of it. Okay? All of you sincerely do it. And if you have any questions in between, you can ask me any doubts, any clarification you need. Why so few participants as of now? Huh? Everyone should join. Because one English class means if you miss, you'll miss out quite a lot. Any questions in between, you are free to ask me. Only the first 10 questions, the part that has the error. Have you finished? Yes, students?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone has done? Okay, so let us discuss. Okay, very good. So shall I begin? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I take it as consent. Okay. So the first question, every man and woman on this earth have to die one day. So does it have an error or does it not?
Ma'am, B.
Ma'am, no error.
Ma'am has to.
Has
Ma'am,
to.
Very
has
good.
to.
Very good. Yes, has to die one day. Now, this comes from the area of subject-verb agreement. Okay, so when you tell every man and woman, please all of you pay attention. After I explain, if you still have doubts, okay, you can ask me. Every man and woman, every, each and every are distributives. So they will always take a singular verb. Like if I tell every boy and every girl in the class has a new book. Okay, I cannot tell have a new book because when I tell every boy and every girl, I mean every student. So it is distributing the counting. Okay, so it will be part T C has to die one day. Okay, every man and woman on this earth has to die one day. All right.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, B also has an error. On this earth, it should be on the earth. Earth is only one. Then on this earth.
Yes. So when, as a matter of speech, when we tell no, this earth is the place where you are going to live and die. Right? You need not tell the earth also because earth is only one. On earth is enough. Articles you have done, no, when something is general, you don't need an article. Right? When you want to specify, you'll use the. But here I'm using this because I'm using it as in a proverbial way. Okay, this earth is ours. This earth is the place where we are going to live and die. Got it? So this is correct in this aspect. So the verb is wrong. It will be has to die one day. It's a printing error. It will be has to die. Any questions? Any doubts? Understood now, my boy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So second one, neither of the statement is true.
With statements, and that's the B.
Yes, so it is part B. Neither of the statements is true. Neither is also a distributive, right? Like if I tell neither of the two boys is a good student, I cannot tell neither of the two boy. When I tell neither, I mean two. Okay. Neither of the books is interesting to read, right? So neither of the statements, neither means do hai, right? So neither of the state, but if you have neither nor, then it becomes another rule altogether. Neither this statement nor that statement is true. Neither this statement nor the other statements are true. Neither nor होगा तो nor के पास जो subject होगा उसी के हिसाब से verb होगा. But if you take only neither or only either, then it is used as a distributive. Okay. So neither of the statements is true. Whoever has any doubt, please ask me. Understood it?
Ma'am,
Yes.
please explain this neither and nor one again.
Yes, definitely. When you have neither, subject verb agreement PDF has been shared with you, the PPT last semester?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. Oh,
Ma'am, can you
acha.
share all the PPTs and all the study materials?
Yes, no, all the PPTs are not there. There is one on subject verb agreement. There is one on noun pronoun, I think. Pronoun error, I think there is a PPT. Subject verb agreement PPT is there because this is the single most important area of grammar, you can tell.
Ma'am, can you explain that subject of verb agreement? Because I missed that class in the previous semester.
Okay, I'll
It
do
was
one
the
thing.
first class of ours.
Yes. See, I'll do one thing. I think many of you might have missed and you do not have the PDF also. So what I'll do is that PPT, what I'll do is in one class, I will not next class because we have to, a bit of vocabulary also we have to do and all that. So what I will do is one class, let 2-3 classes go, right? Then what I will do is I will share that PPT in class, and at the same time, I will quickly revise the rules. Okay, because now as I teach, I will explain, of course. So that is why this grammar practice is so important. I will share it and I will quickly in 10 minutes revise it. Okay, for everyone's benefit, so that it is sort of a revision for everyone and no one will have any doubts after that. Right? Will it be suitable for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I will do that for the benefit of everyone. Okay. Whichever area you have any doubts, you tell me. Although you have done grammar, the pronoun errors area has been shared with you. I'll know it today because next exercise that is there in the grammar practice is this. Because see, this is the first area that you are going to cross to go for GDPI or resume or whatever. So unless you know this clearly, when you get a statement, it will be very difficult for you to find the error. So these are areas where you should be very strong. Okay. Pronoun errors PPT do you have?
Ma'am, no PPT was shared with us previous sem.
Okay, all right. I will do it. Okay, no problem. Don't worry, I'll do it. Okay. So how did you do grammar? Just sheets?
Yes, ma'am, solving questions, ma'am, through poll.
Only
Ma'am,
through
we
polls?
were given question or polls. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is more interesting, of course. But then what happens is that sometimes the basic things are missed out. Okay, so, okay, we will strengthen your grammar base this semester. Don't worry. Okay, all right, I'll do that. Okay, all right. It might be a bit more tedious than that poll thing and all. But in the poll, I don't think in the polls you can get all the basics. Okay, so this might be a little more boring, but I hope that it will benefit you a bit more. What do you think? Do you want it in the polls way or do you want it in this way? You can advise me.
Ma'am, this way
Whatever.
is interesting.
Okay, all right. Then I will teach it this way, because what will happen is this way you
Yes,
will
ma'am, poll
benefit
is
a
not
bit more.
needed.
No, poll, what happens is that is more interesting, of course, but because it finishes quicker, but then what you do is you do not get the basic concepts. I feel that. Because in the classroom, can we do it like that? Can I ask you a question and finish it off? I can't, no? So let us do it this way, whichever area. Okay, can be done as polls, no problem in that. Vocabulary can be done, so we can do that, right? But I always go a little old-fashioned way, so that, okay. So yes, neither nor you are asking. When you have only neither or only either, okay? Like in this statement, you have only neither, right? So what happens is that in this case, it is taken as something which is singular, because it is a distributive. Like you have every, each and every, each, these are distributives. Because at each, the counting is distributed. At every point of time, you are taking only one. Like suppose there are 40 students in your classroom, right? So I tell all students have a new book. What do I mean? Each and every student has a new book. When I tell all students, I tell have, because I'm taking all at one go, right? I'm taking a plural subject. But when I tell each boy and each girl, each and every boy and girl, every boy and girl, every student, I'm taking all students, no doubt, but I've distributed the counting. That means at each point, I'm taking only one student. Understood? So when I distribute the counting, what happens is that I take one unit. That means the subject becomes singular. And so obviously the verb will also be singular. Right? That is why in the first sentence, every man and every woman, or every man and woman, each and every man and woman on this earth has to die one day, because counting is distributed. Similar, yes? Okay. Then the question number 2, same thing. When I tell neither, suppose there are, neither means there will be only 2 of everything. Whatever I take, neither of the books, neither of the boys, neither of the classrooms, right? So there are 2. When I take 2, then what happens? I cannot write the statement, no? Can I? Neither means do hai, at least do hai, right? Only do hai, neither. Neither Ravi nor Ram. Suppose there are 2 statements. Monday is a holiday, Tuesday is a holiday. So neither of the statements is true. Matlab Monday is not a holiday, Tuesday is also not a holiday. So I cannot write statement. Neither लिखा है मतलब 2 statements हैं. ये भी सही नहीं है, वो भी सही नहीं. This is not correct and that is also not correct. Right? So neither of the statements is true. Neither nor कैसे लिखोगे? Neither this statement nor the other statement is true. Neither this statement nor the other statements are true. जब स्टेटमेंट है नीदर नॉर लिखा गया है, स्टेटमेंट है तो वर्ब सिंगुलर होगा, क्योंकि स्टेटमेंट सिंगुलर है. जब स्टेटमेंट्स हो जाता है नीदर दिस स्टेटमेंट नॉट द अदर स्टेटमेंट्स, जब प्लूरल हो जाता है तो बगल में जो वर्ब है वो भी प्लूरल हो जाएगा. दैट विल आल्सो बिकम प्लूरल. सो नीदर द स्टेटमेंट नॉर द अदर स्टेटमेंट्स आर ट्रू. बट व्हेन यू हैव ओनली नीदर, it is a distributive, right? So what will happen is that the verb will remain singular, is, because you are taking only one statement at a time, but there are two statements. So neither of the statements is true. सो स्टेटमेंट्स होगा, स्टेटमेंट नहीं हो पाएगा क्योंकि नीदर लिखे हो, दो स्टेटमेंट्स हैं. अंडरस्टूड? Question number 2. Anyone has any doubt? Please do ask. You ask me 10 times, I will explain. No problem. Everyone understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Okay.
ma'am, the question 2
but-
will be neither of the statements are true.
Is true.
Is true. Neither
Is
of the
true.
if we use
डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव हो गया ना, तो एक टाइम में आप ये स्टेटमेंट लोगे या तो वो दूसरी स्टेटमेंट लोगे, तो एक टाइम में एक ही सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट हो गया ना. सपोज देयर आर टू बॉयज, राम एंड श्याम. नीदर ऑफ द बॉयज इज अ गुड स्टूडेंट लिखोगे या आर गुड स्टूडेंट्स लिखोगे?
is
अंडरस्टूड? बोथ बॉयज आर नॉट गुड स्टूडेंट्स. बोथ लिखे हो मतलब दोनों को एक साथ ले रहे हो. जब आप लिखोगे नीदर ऑफ द टू बॉयज इज अ गुड स्टूडेंट, क्योंकि आप एक टाइम में उसको राम को ले रहे हो या तो श्याम को ले रहे हो.
yes, ma'am, understood.
नीदर राम इज अ गुड स्टूडेंट नॉट श्याम इज अ गुड स्टूडेंट. समझ गए?
Yes, ma'am.
दो स्टेटमेंट्स है, ये भी सही नहीं है, वो भी सही नहीं है. काउंटिंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड हो गया, एक टाइम में आप एक ही सब्जेक्ट ले पाओगे. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Keep on asking doubts like this. It is good for the teacher also, good for you also. And for also those who don't ask doubts. Okay, all right. Now, subject-verb agreement, remember, subject-verb agreement and pronouns. These two are the toughest areas of grammar. Always remember that. So, iska PDF I'll share and explain. Once again, revision हो जाएगा सबका. He as well as they is ready to face the consequences.
Are.
And B part.
D, no error. नीदर नॉर में क्या होता है? नीदर नॉर या ईदर और. आपके पास पीडीएफ नहीं है तो ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. यू हैव नॉट डन द ग्रामर पार्ट thoroughly, that much I am sure. Now, ठीक है. Now pay attention. So, he, yeah. Someone was asking something? Okay. All right. So, when you have neither nor or either or, neither nor either or जब है, तो verb depends upon the subject near to it. Right? Verb के पास subject, if it is plural, verb will be plural. If the subject is singular, verb will be singular. But when your subjects are connected by as well as, then what happens? The verb will agree with the first subject. Which is the first subject over here? He is singular. ठीक है? तो verb will also be singular. Neither nor का rule अलग है, as well as का rule opposite है. When subjects are connected by as well as, others are there in the group, but I'll tell you that later when I teach the PDF. He as well as they. Okay. He as well as they plural है, पर first subject singular है. He. The verb will also be singular. When subjects he and they are connected by as well as, the verb will depend upon the first subject. First subject is he, so verb will also be is, right? It will be singular. So it is a correct statement. It has no error. Clear, everyone?
Ma'am,
हाँ बताएं.
ma'am, but when we pronounce a sentence, it is bit awkward.
I know. Sometimes what happens, grammar में आप correction करोगे, that is why this is taught ना. आप grammar में sentence correction करोगे, you think you have done right. And when you get the answers, you see it is incorrect. तो आप बोलोगे इतना grammar में यही problem होता है ना, grammar में सब सोचते हैं हमने correct कर लिया, सही किया है exam में. But जब आता है ना तो क्या होता है ना, English में बच्चे इसीलिए they fail to actually clear the cutoff because of these things. What happens is that they go by the feel of the sentence. ये ठीक लग रहा है, ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा है. But क्या होता है ना, ये sometimes feel गलत हो जाता है. Rules बहुत complicated है English grammar में. Especially the areas I told you just now, subject verb agreement or pronouns. ये क्या होता है ना, ये rules थोड़े complicated हो जाते हैं. Right? If you go by how it feels, then actually grammatically incorrect हो जाता है. ये बात सही है. It doesn't sound too good. I agree. Right? ये जो later on as you go down also in this exercise you will see many of the sentences आपको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा कि ये तो ठीक नहीं लग रहा है, but वो ठीक है. Right? Understood? Yes. Okay. So third one is correct. Then the fourth one. The new scissors bought by the tailor is not very sharp.
The new scissors.
The new scissors? Yes. यहाँ पे error कहाँ पे है?
और सी
Scissors.
R होगा मैम.
इसकी जगह आर
Yes,
होगा.
very good. इसके जगह R होगा. There are some nouns which are singular in form but plural in meaning. Right? Jeans, same thing. My new jeans, okay, are in the cupboard, not is in the cupboard. Right? Some things, some nouns are singular in form but plural in meaning, especially things which come in pairs. Like you tell a pair of jeans, a pair of scissors. अच्छा, ठीक है? तो इनका verb हमेशा are होता है. There are others which are plural in form but singular in meaning. 5 kilometers is a long distance to walk, not are a long distance to walk, is a long distance to walk. Right? All right. So answer is C, are not very sharp. जिसको भी doubt
Ma'am?
हो, those, yes, my boy.
मैम फिजिक्स और इकोनॉमिक्स के साइड में ईज होगा या आर होगा?
Is होगा. Physics is taken as one subject ना. Physics, mathematics, economics ऐसमें end करते हैं, but वो एक ही है ना.
यस मैम.
Right? Yes. Hair also, hair. Many people tell, this one is a very common error. My hairs are falling. Is very wrong. My hair is falling. Because it means a head of hair. Right? People tell very often, मेरे hairs इतने गिर रहे हैं. Hairs नहीं है. Right? There's a lot of hair on the floor. Right? My hair is falling. Right? Because it means a head of hair. Right. All right. So 2/3 of the books are quite interesting. 2/3 of the books are quite interesting.
Third.
A.
2/3.
2/3.
Yeah.
2/3 होगा.
2/3. Very good. It will be 2/3. Right? Because we are taking it as one. Right? So 2/3. Very good. Sixth one again थोड़ा ट्यूं हो जाए. हाँ बता.
If there is a strand of hair, then it will be singular or plural.
हाँ, a strand of hair is.
So
Clumps
it
of
will be
hair
a singular,
are.
ma'am.
Yes, but clumps of hair are. Clumps of hair are fallen everywhere. Not clumps of hair is. Because the subject becomes clumps.
Ma'am, if a strand of hair is there.
हाँ, strand of hair is. A strand लिखे हो ना? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Even if you tell a clump. When you take a clump, it means one. Your question, the sixth question will answer your doubts also. Okay, when you tell a clump of hair is on the floor, but clumps of hair are on the floor. A strand of hair is singular because it is taken as one. A is there, no, a strand. Right? You take it as a singular unit. Right? But if you tell strands of hair everywhere, Strands of hair are everywhere because you are taking strands. Right? But you cannot.
Ma'am, in this, how the subject of verb with agreement is satisfying? We are
Where?
taking two-thirds as plural.
Which one?
Ma'am, in the fifth one only.
Fifth one, yes. No, this one I have given as grammar practice. So you will have a bit of subject verb agreement, you'll have tenses, you'll have verbs, errors in this. Okay. This has different types of questions. It is not one area. Right? So it will be 2/3. Right? Understood? I have not taken it from one area. I've combined that verb, subject verb agreement with other areas also. Because it is a grammar practice paper.
Ma'am, it can't be, it's quite interesting.
No, it is books. No, 2/3 of the books are quite interesting because we are taking books. Right? We are taking the plural books. It is not say the subject is books, not book. Right? If you take book, you have corrected it in another way. Okay, all right, you can do that, but you have to correct two areas. You can write it like this: 2/3 of the book is quite interesting. That means you have taken 2/3 of that single book. Right? That means 3/4 of the book. Okay, understood. But for that you have to correct two areas of grammar. And in a sentence correction question, you cannot correct two areas. You will be given one option only. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
That is why you have to go with the minimum area of error. That means one part. If you will have 2-3 options given to you, right, then each one will cover only one part. You will have questions like this. Errors will be in part 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Okay, like this. If you have multiple errors, then you will be given options. Option 1, error is in AB. Option 2, error is in CD, like this. Right? But mostly what they'll do is only one area will have the error. That is why you have to be conversant with all the areas of grammar simultaneously. Okay? That is the difficulty actually. Otherwise, English is the easiest area, thankfully. And the English teachers are the happiest because of that. Okay. All right. So shall I move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. A series of accidents. The boy was asking a strand. Helpful question for him. A series of accidents have taken place. Where is the error here?
A series of accidents has taken
Accident.
place.
Very
Accident
good.
has.
Very good. A
B
series
part,
of
ma'am.
accidents has taken place. You have written a series. You tell no, there was a series accident last night. You don't tell there was a series accidents. Many accidents simultaneously happening at one go. So it becomes a series of accidents has taken place. Right? The police are trying to get to the root of the mystery. Now where is the error over here?
Are trying to.
Very good. The police are trying to get. The police is a collective noun. Collective noun is usually singular. But remember, police will always take a plural verb. Always. Okay. So the police are, you can never write the police is. The policeman is, but the police are. Always remember that. Even in the news, sometimes you'll find that tell the police is on the lookout. That is absolutely wrong. The police as a collective noun will always take, always, a plural verb. So the police are, here the error is in the verb part. The police are trying to get to the root of the mystery. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. All right. So the next one is again a tricky one. So 7th one is clear to everyone. Okay. 8th one. The director and principal are on leave.
Is on leave.
Very good. Excellent. The director and principal is on leave. Why is it is?
Because they are the same person. Director and the principal is
Yes.
the same person.
Excellent, my girl. Excellent. Both of you. Very good. So the director and principal, the article the is used only once. So if director is X, principal is also the same person X. So because it is a singular subject, verb will also be singular, is on leave. But if it were written, the director and the principal, those who have corrected it this way also it will be correct. The director and the principal are on leave. Because if the director is X, then the principal is Y. Right? So the director and principal is on leave. Everyone clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
Ma'am, if we say that rice and dal, that's my favorite meal.
Is.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Because rice and dal taken together as a meal is your favorite.
Oh, okay.
Okay. When I revise, shall I revise the PPT of subject verb agreement next class before moving
ma'am,
on to
please.
yes, then yes, let me do it. I'll do it with your group. Okay. Remind me if I've forgotten, because I'll come back with, after whole 1 week, I'll come back with other, every day I'll have 4 hours classes and then I'll come back. Okay. Other things also have classes. So GD and all for the unplaced students and everything in between every day I have. So if I do forget, please tell me, remind me, madam, you have not shared the PPT PDF. Okay. Before the class, I'll share it and I'll come back and just quickly go through it with you. Because we have already discussed so much, you will know. Okay. Okay. So that PPT is actually very discursive. So it will really help you a lot. I'll definitely do it next class. Don't worry. More than one passenger were killed in the accident. This one is 9th and 10th follow one rule actually. Now, before I move on, let me tell you this rule. More than one, many a or many an. In English grammar, subject verb agreement are always singular. If you tell many more, they are plural. Many students are present. More students are expected to join. But if you have many a, many an, or more than one, then remember it is always singular. This comes from the colloquial usage of English. Locally, when people spoke in the early days, this was how they used the language. And from that usage, the rules have been formed. So some of them have remained in the colloquial stage. And hence, these rules are fixed. Like you tell the police are, it is fixed, you can't change it. Right? So, many, more than one are always singular. Hence, if the concept is singular, the subject connected with it will always be singular and the corresponding verb will always be singular. Right? So, let us look at it. More than one passenger were killed in the accident. Yes, very good. So it will be was, because more than one is there, it is a singular concept. That is why the subject passenger is also in the singular. If you write more than one passengers, which normally sounds to be correct, because when you tell more than one, we think of it as at least two. But in subject verb agreement English grammar, it is not so. More than one is singular. So subject passenger is singular and the verb corresponding to it will automatically be singular. So more than one passenger was killed in the accident. Any doubt? Any questions, anyone? You're free to ask. Same for the next one. Many and will obviously be, as I told you, be singular. So many and animals is incorrect. Here the error is in part A. Once you have many and, the subject corresponding to it will be singular. The verb corresponding to the subject will also be singular. So many an animal suffers because of the wrong deeds of humans. So error is in part A. It will not be animals, it will be animal. Right? You can write many animals also. Many animals suffer because of the wrong deeds. Right? But for that, you have to change both part A and part B, and you are allowed to change only one part. So many an animal suffers because of.
What does it mean? Means many an animal.
Many an animal means an animal and many more. Colloquial usage, I told you, no, old usage of grammar.
Okay.
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 So it means one animal and more. One
Ma'am,
animal
it means it
and
will be considered as singular.
yes, more than one, many a, many an are always singular. Remember that. Because these are the favorite area of questions of question setters. I teach all this and students go and forget and again they do the same thing. Many लिखा था पर many के बाद and लिखा था, many के बाद a लिखा था, more लिखा था पर more के बाद than one लिखा था. खाली more तो नहीं लिखा था ना. If you write many animals suffer, that is also correct. But in this sentence you cannot do it because that means you have to correct part A and part B also. Right? Understood? Any doubts, anyone? 1 to 10, if anyone has any doubts, feel free to ask. But next class, according to your request, I will definitely do subject-verb agreement. Yes?
Ma'am, please repeat sixth one.
Okay, all right. Sixth one, no? A series. That one? A series one, no? Sixth one. SIX, 6.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A series. A series matlab, like the boy asked the question, a strand. Right? When you write a series, a strand mein kitna hoga? There might be more than one, right? But there might be 2 or 3 or 4 bits of hair. But what happens is that a likha hai, so it becomes a singular concept. When you tell a series, right? It means you have only one, a collection. The collective becomes singular. Right? Like you tell, a class of students is waiting for the teacher. A class of students. Right? When you tell a class, it means you have used only the collective part of it. It is not the students. Right? But it is the class. And the class is a collective noun, so it becomes singular. When you have series, it means you are a series. So you are meaning only one, right? The whole thing, all the accidents involved become only one unit, singular. So if it becomes singular, the verb will also be singular. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Right. So any other doubts, anyone? Okay. I hope next class I will be able to make it clearer to you. Okay. Now I will leave out question 2 because that has many pronoun errors area. So what I'll do is after I will discuss it with you. If I discuss it with you now, you will have many questions. So I will do the pronoun errors first and then I will discuss this part with you. Okay. You might do it. Okay, just by feel you might get it correct, but then there are other things to it, so I'll leave it out. Do question number 3. Question number 3. Prepositions only. You have done prepositions, right? Yes. So prepositions, it is mostly practice only. So I'm giving you just 2-3 minutes, do it, then I'll discuss it with you. Quickly, just filling in the blanks. So options are given to you. Finished? Question number 3, everyone?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, shall
I'm
we
doing.
discuss? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am doing.
Okay, do. Okay, take a minute more. Okay. Okay, shall I discuss now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So 21st one. Besides English. Besides means apart from, other than. So besides English. Wherever you have a doubt, please do feel free to ask me. His mother told him to dispose
Of the carbon.
Of the garden.
which
Of the
of? Which of? O?
O double F.
Double F.
O
No.
double F.
O single F.
Single F.
Yes, very good. Dispose will always take OF, O single F, off. Okay. People fall off, jump off, okay, finish off. But dispose will take OF. That means it refers to the garbage, not to the disposing. Right? So O single F. A party begins
At.
at midnight. Very good. At. He swears
To God.
2.
by God. Swears by God. I swear this is true. I swear I'm telling the truth. Okay, so he swears by God. I'm swearing by God. Right? That means in God's name. Right? By God. He was beside. 21st one was besides with S. He was beside himself without S. Beside himself with rage is an idiomatic expression which means very angry. He was beside himself with rage without S beside. It means very angry. As he was alone in the big city, he celebrated the party
With.
By no
by
preposition.
by himself. By himself. With other people, with his friends, but by himself. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just sitting by myself and listening to music.
Okay.
Right? That means sitting alone. He
Ma'am, please
is
repeat the fourth one.
Fourth one, he swears. That one, he swears by God. That means he doesn't swear at God. Swearing at somebody is scolding, right? He swears by God, that means he tells everything in God's name, right? I swear by God that I'm telling you the truth. Right?
And the fifth
So,
one?
Can we repeat?
which
the
one?
list?
Wait, let me finish, then I'll repeat it once again. Okay, otherwise we can't finish. He is at the top of the class. He is at the top of his class. That means he tops his class. He is a descendant of the royal family, OF, O single F. I am very happy that he acceded to my proposal. He agreed with what I said, but he acceded to my proposal. India has been playing test cricket since 1993. Since. Okay? Yes. I'm repeating it once again. 21st one, besides English. Okay. Fifth one, besides. His mother told him to dispose of O single F. Our party begins at midnight. He swears by God. He was beside the fourth one, without S, beside himself with rage. As he was alone in the big city, he celebrated the party by himself. He is at the top of his class. He is a descendant of OF, the royal family. I am happy that he acceded to my proposal. India has been playing test cricket since 1993. Any doubt? 21 to 30?
Ma'am,
Tell me.
ma'am, in this beside one, where can we use beside? How can we know that?
Beside means by the side of. I like to sit beside my best friend in class. By the side of. Right? But besides means other than. Besides English means वो English भी बोल सकता है. Apart from that, he can speak 5 other languages. Right? I have to take care of my father, mother, children besides my friends. Right? Other than. Beside is by the side of. Here it is used as an idiomatic expression. Beside himself with rage means very angry. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So, thank you. Let us finish the class here today. So, was it interesting for you, all of you? Did you like the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, very
Okay.
much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I hope we can keep it interesting till the end of the semester. Each class, only one class of English in a week. So next class, I will revise the subject-verb agreement concepts with you. If we have time, I will also revise the pronoun error part with you. Right? Okay. All right. So see you again next class. I am Sujata Madam, by the way. Okay? So,
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
okay. No, I hadn't introduced myself. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Bye and see you. I don't know when, but we'll be seeing.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
For next Saturday, again we meet at the same time. Okay? Bye-bye all
Thank you,
of
ma'am.
you.
Bye.
Bye.